Today, I'll be teaching about the basics of using the Gmail app on an Android phone. So, the Android phone generally comes pre-installed with the Gmail app, so you will not have to download it separately. So, I will just open my Gmail app here. So, this is my account. Now, to compose a new mail, you need to click on the compose icon at the bottom of the screen. I'll click compose. Now you can see that there are 3 fields in the to option. So in the to area, you enter the primary recipient. The primary recipient is the main person that you're addressing the mail to. Okay, and the CC option stands for carbon copy. CC is for other people you want to be included in the email conversation, but they aren't the person you're addressing the mail to, and they aren't the main recipient. The third option is the blind carbon copy option. The BCC option allows the sender of a message to conceal the person who has been entered in the BCC field from the other recipients. What this means is if I enter a person in the BCC option, they will not be able to see who the other recipients of the mail are. So if I'm sending a mail to Sakshi, she will not be able to see who the other recipients of the mail are. She will only be able to see whom the mail is from. This option is quite useful when you want a candidate to know that they have been sent a mail and whom they have been sent a mail from, but you don't want them to know who else has received the same mail. So it may be useful in a situation where a person has qualified for an interview, but you don't want them to know who else has also qualified for the same job. Alright, now we come to the subject. The subject of the mail is basically it should contain an intro or a title of what the mail contains. So I will just put demo here. Now I will compose a mail. Now you can edit this text that I have entered. All you need to do is long press on the screen and you will get 3 options. I will choose select all. I'll select all of the text and I will now click on format. So what format allows me to do? It allows me to bold. I can even do italics. I can underline the text. I can change the color of the text, and I can change or I can add a highlight of a particular color. So you can see the text is now bold, it is italicized, it is underlined. I've made it red and highlighted it with a green color. If I want this formatting to not be there anymore, I will just do the same thing. I will select all of the text by long pressing on the screen and I will press on the last option, which is the remove formatting option. So the text will become plain again as it was before the formatting. Now let's go to the top option, the top bar. The first option is attaching. So if you want to attach a file to your mail, there are 2 ways of doing this. The first option is attaching a file from your device. If I click on this option, the app will open the documents in or the files in my phone. Right now it is showing me the downloads, but of course I can go here, I can go to my drive, I can go to my photos, gallery, and file manager as well. So I can attach any file on my phone to my mail. I will choose some random document here. The other option of attaching a file is insert from Drive. So if you happen to have some file on your Google Drive and you want to insert that file in this mail, click on this option. So it will open your Drive account and it will give you the options that are generally available in Google Drive. I will take the My Drive option. There's an image here that I would like to send of a kitten, and I will select this option. As you can see, this image has been successfully attached. Now we come to sending the mail. So, of course, you can send a mail plainly by pressing on this letter option, but I would like to explore more options. So you can go to these three dots here and you can see that there are different options here. So the first option is schedule send. Schedule send allows you to schedule a mail to be sent at a later time. This is useful when you're maybe writing a mail late at night and can't send the mail then, or if you are required to send the mail at some exact time. So you don't need to wait around for that time to come and then send the mail. You can pre-time it. You can schedule a time for it to be sent. So you can send it tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., tomorrow afternoon, or you can pick a date and time yourself. So I can pick 15th September, Tuesday, and I can select any time I want. AM, PM. I will go for 9 AM on a Tuesday morning. Seems like a good time. And I can schedule send this message. When I press OK, this mail will be scheduled sent and I can go to my scheduled option, scheduled label here, and I can see that this mail is there and it is scheduled to be sent for Tuesday, September 15th, 9 am. And you can see it has the correct BCC, it is the correct student to Student Theme Park. Right. Another option that you have to send a mail is here, confidential mode. What confidential mode allows you to do is that it prevents the recipients from downloading, printing, or forwarding your mail to other people. It also lets you set an expiration date after which it cuts off access when that day arrives. So if I set an expiration date of a day, this mail will only be accessible for 1 day, after which it cannot be accessed by the recipients. This option also doesn't allow the recipients to forward this mail to other people, so your mail remains safe. Another option is the save draft. So if I am writing a mail and I am not done writing the mail, I want to continue writing later and I want to save the work. So for that I can just go to save draft and I can continue writing this mail later. And I can go and show you in my drafts box. I will find this mail. To edit it, I can press on this pen icon here and I can continue editing this mail. So I will just send a demo mail to myself. See, I can see I have received this mail. Now if you receive a mail, how do you reply to it? So you can see at the bottom you have three options. The first one is reply. So using the reply option, you can send the mail to the person or the people who are in your to option. So you remember there were three options: to, CC and BCC. So when you press reply, only the people in the to list are replied to. However, if you say reply all, if you choose the reply all option, then not only the people in the to option, but also the people in the CC option will be replied to. I didn't add anyone in the CC option, that is why it's not coming. But basically that is what reply all does. It will reply to the senders in the to list and in the carbon copy list, the CC list. Another option is you can forward this mail. Again, you can forward this mail and you will draft your own mail. You can decide who the main recipients are, who you want to CC the mail to, and who you want to BCC the mail to. So you can see here there are two options that you have. You can add a star to the mail. So what this star does is it basically stars the mail. So you will find the mail now in your starred label. Coming to these labels, you have already seen starred, where you can just press on this icon that you get on the side when you receive a mail. So I have starred the first mail that I got from the Google team, and I can unpress it to remove it from the starred label. So if you have some very important mail that you want to save and you want to check it later and you do not want to go through your entire inbox and search for that mail, you can star the mail and you will easily find it in the starred folder. To mark the mail important, I'll go to the three dots on top and you can get the mark important option. And once I press on this option, I will find that when I go to my important folder, I will find this mail which I have marked important. If I want it to be marked not important, I can go to the mark not important option and I can remove it from the marked important folder. There are other folders also here. The sent mail is the mail that you sent out. So every mail that you send out, you will find in the sent folder. In the schedule folder, you will have all of your scheduled mails. In your drafts, you will have all the drafts that you are yet to complete. Now, if you receive a mail which you feel is not important or it's taking up space in your mail inbox, you can go to the mail and you can report spam. So if you report spam, this mail will be added to the spam folder. You can see. If you want to delete a mail from your primary inbox, you can go to this bin option that's given at the top. Once you do this, the conversation will be deleted. Then you can go to your trash and you will see this mail is here. So when you delete a mail, it automatically goes to your trash. Items that have been in trash for more than 30 days will be automatically deleted. So if you have deleted a mail, it will remain in your trash for 30 days, after which it will be automatically deleted. However, if you want to delete the mail immediately, you can just press on empty trash now and it will permanently delete all of these mails. So this was the tutorial on the basics of using the Gmail app. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you.